Yo, guys, what's up? And welcome to the first episode of Pixel Talk TV, hosted by SP Films.
And you got your boy Tater Don in the cut. You already know. So today's topic is going to be on the lack of motivation. See, now this really hitting home for all of us, I would assume. Because,
All of us.
everybody, because people think being a creative is like, you living life. You ain't got no bills. You ain't got to do this. You don't work for nobody. You ain't got to go to work. But realistically, we all got bills and we all got stuff we trying to accomplish. And sometimes it just feel like we can't do those things. What do you do in that circumstance where you just feel like, I'm ready to give this shit up? It ain't working for me. I want to go back to school. I'm a failure. All this other kind of stuff that people telling you on the outside, or even you just manifesting on the inside because you want to do something that you don't see yourself doing right now. How do you handle that kind of, stress?
Right. Facts. So for me, doing like photography and, videography and modeling, it's always going to be a point in time where I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I feel like I don't have the energy or the motivation to actually put forth the time to create a project. And, being in that scenario and mindset, it really like holds you back. And it puts you in this mentality or mental state where you're just kind of like, well, even if I was to create this project, no one's going to pay attention to it. It doesn't matter. You start to doubt your creative levels and capabilities and stuff like that. And, when you're stuck in that mode, the only way to get out of that mode is to actually create, because you never know what's going to give you that next spark that's going to carry you over to the next project.
Right. So. Well, yeah, see, you took a different take on that. I feel like it's kind of like an internal thing at that point. People, because everybody's too worried about public opinion, and that's really what the problem is. It's like, okay, are you really upset with yourself, or are you just upset that your pictures don't look like XYZs?
Facts.
Are you upset that your song isn't doing as well as his just because? And people just getting started. Like, we all got to start from somewhere, and that's what people fail to realize. They look at us and they look at other people and they like, they got all these clients, they doing all this, making money, XYZ. They don't realize that you got to start from somewhere. At one point, we couldn't even get people to shoot nothing for free.
Bro, yeah, swear, bro. We used to offer music videos. We was like, bro, if you wanted to shoot a music video, we doing it for free. Just pull up and, we'd do it. No thoughts about payment, nothing. Just come on. And not a single person.
And yeah, another thing is like people don't really do stuff for the right reasons. Most people, they just want money out of it. It's like if you're going to be like an entrepreneur or creative in general, you ain't going to make no money for a little minute now.
Facts.
And even when you do start making money, your money going to go back into your business because, you got to buy gear, upgrade stuff, all this other stuff.
In theory, your money should go back into the business.
All money in, all money in.
You should always reinvest.
Don't go to the strip club.
Yeah, don't start throwing them ones now. Them ones can be some advertisement payments.
I'm not saying keep all your money because sometimes you gotta do something for yourself, but sometimes just keep. I don't condone spending your money outside of your business until your business makes money for you. Because in the beginning it's like, who else you gonna depend on? You ain't got no job. You're just shooting videos on the side, taking pictures, recording people, writing songs, making beats, whatever you may be doing. People do hear all this other stuff, and everything is universal. It's like you gotta start somewhere and you gotta be consistent. Somebody just messaged me on Instagram actually asking me about, how do you get here? And I'm like, okay, what are you currently doing? They not doing nothing. Everybody want to be somewhere, but they don't want to put in the work to be there. I was like, okay, so how often do you post? She was like, I only post like once a month. How you gonna sell somebody some food
facts.
when you don't even,
That's
you're not
facts.
posting your food, you're not posting your makeup, you're not posting this stuff, people not seeing it. Regardless of people act on it right when you post it, it don't really matter. Somebody in their head, they in the back of their head, like, whenever I need something, I'm gonna come to you if they keep seeing it. And I've had this happen to me multiple times because I never really promoted like the studio, but I always posted, like, whenever I'm in the studio, people, they share the pictures and I share it on my page. And then people are like, yeah, I've been watching you for a little minute now and for like a year or two, and it's been crazy. They was like, yeah, I've been planning on coming here for a long time, but now is the right time for me. Everybody don't always have the money to come to you at that time. And that's like, it's gonna be days where you don't have no clients at all. And that's real too.
Okay, let's pause because we didn't even introduce and really say too much about what we do. I kind of just said I do photography and stuff. So we're going to pause on our tangent because we most definitely ranted away from motivation. And we gonna do some introductions here. I go by SP Films. Some people might know me as Sean. You know, that's my actual name. Here in Milwaukee, I do photography, videography, mostly filmmaking. Do special effects makeup, and I also model. That's my background. That's me. I'm also in film school. So, you know, shout out to those kids chasing art degrees that aren't worth anything. Y'all the real ones out there.
That's funny. My name is DeJounte. People formerly know me as Tatadon. You know, I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, audio engineer, photographer, graphic designer, filmmaker, whatever you may see. It's some more stuff. Like, collectively, we do a lot of stuff. And that's why we kind of like, I don't know, it just worked. Like, if people need anything, like, yeah, I'll do that too. But
Facts.
These are like the main labels, I would say.
The essentials.
The stuff that brings the bread in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
keep the studio going.
And we have a company called Pixel Visionaries.
Pixel Visionaries, PV Studios for short.
Yeah, PV Studios. Y'all probably already know us, you know. But yeah, we built a brand for ourselves, and we doing pretty good right now.
Still building.
Not great. Everybody think we just out here balling. Not,
That's what it's like being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, but you know, you can't let everything discourage you. It's
Facts.
like, you know, you might not have all the money in the world, but at least you got something. Yep. You might not have the best gear, but at least you got something, because somebody don't have shit.
Yo, somebody out there wish they could be in your position, and you should be in the position to give them guidance and show them the way and give them hope.
Now that's the big thing.
Give them hope.
People, that's the big thing. When people get like too big and they like, oh, you know, I don't want to show him this and show him that because they scared people gonna take their spot. Ain't nobody gonna take your spot because can't nobody be you but you.
Right, fact. And it's like, more than enough business out there in the world for everybody.
And that's my thing, because everybody always asking me, like, you know, why you be telling people how you do this and how you do that. At the end of the day, because audio in particular, it's like nobody listens to stuff the way I do. So me telling you what this doesn't mean that you gonna use it the same way I do. And even if you do, it's like it'll take a lot to get to where I get to in the amount of time that I do. And it's just like, I'm not really worried about nobody taking anything. Anybody ask me a question like, how you do this, how you do that, I'm gonna tell you, because just like, you know, like he said, it's enough out here for everybody, and people be too prideful and, oh, you know, he gonna take my sauce or whatever. Like, no, bro, just give the game out.
Do you, be you, and those that are gravitated towards you are gonna come. There's nothing that's gonna stop those clients that fuck with you.
That's my whole thing. Like, people even come here, they like starting their own studios and doing their film companies or whatever. I give them pointers all the time. I want to see you do better than me. Why? Because that's what I really want. That's what we in this for. We want to help people out. So it's like, me seeing you do good means that I did something right, and I want to see you do better. Don't try to be like me. Be better.
Be better. Always be better. Always strive to be the best that you could be. But also, don't see everybody as competition.
Don't even have, there is no competition, because y'all not the same person. We don't have the same goals as you.
Facts.
Even if we did, it's like, okay, let's say you wanted to do this. It's like, at the same time, they're going to need more than one person in the industry. It's like, there's going to be multiple slots, so there's no need to compete with me. And competing with people is kind of like, that's really going to hold you back too, because then you're going to be steady like, oh, let me see what he got now. And then if he got something better, then you're going to try to get that. And then you're just going to be buying shit and waste your whole life trying to please a person that don't even know you. And that's a problem, because then you just doing it for the wrong reasons. Then you just kind of get caught up in this loop to where, oh, I got to, you know, XYG just got the brand new camera that just came out. His picture's going to be better than mine. They all take the same damn picture.
Facts. It's all about how you see the world.
It ain't what you use, it's how you use it.
That's what people gonna hire you for, is your views. But motivation.
I mean,
the lack of motivation.
Realistically, though, all of this stuff kind of goes hand in hand.
It does.
It's like the unmotivated part is them not having the clients, is them not having the content equipment that they want, and they don't want to put the time in to perfect their craft. Is really the problem at hand, though. Because, you know, oh, I want to be this rich photographer or this big artist or just XYZ.
Oh, also, I'm gonna tell you right now, like, you ain't gonna make no money doing photography, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. If you're not shooting weddings, if you're not shooting like clients, and you have like special like deals, like, you really need to be like 20 shoots a week if you just doing photo shoots. Like, you need to.
That's like, it depends on what industry you in. Because if you're doing like modeling photography for like Vogue or some shit, yeah, you finna get paid, but it's like you got to get there somehow.
Yeah. Also, like fashion, print, all that. No, you're not making no money. You need to be commercial. That's where the money is.
Because it's like you can make money at it doing like, you know, shooting regular stuff, but you gotta build your clientele up, and it's not just gonna come. Like these photographers that got all these followers and all these clients, they ain't just wake up with 1 billion followers. It's just like, you know.
Nope.
And people doubted them their whole career. If you listen to their story, they talk about this kind of stuff.
They talk about their lack of motivation too.
Yeah.
All of us been through it.
That's what I'm saying, though. People think that we just be out here all jolly. Like, no, I be having days, like, every week. Like, I be out here. I'm like, bro, do I really want to do this shit?
I got a running count right now. How many cancellations for this month?
They don't see that kind of stuff. So that's what I think we should talk about. Because it's like, at the same time, like, yeah, okay, Tay, Sean, we out here doing shit X, Y, Z, but y'all don't see how much fuck shit we go through on a daily basis.
Y'all don't see what people ask us.
We get
you
finessed daily. People be flaking on us. People be, you know, doing all kind of bogus stuff, and it's just like we got to deal with it. But then we got to, you know, just brush it off. Just
you got to be professional.
You know, we can't act certain ways because if we do, then we gonna be, oh, I'm finna, you know, file against you for the Better Business Bureau or whatever. Now your whole brand gonna go down. Because people got to realize, once you get a actual company, you can't do certain shit. You can't react certain ways. You got to do everything for the customer, regardless of if they on your good side or your bad side. Because at the same time, they determine your fate.
Because you still got to be yourself. Can't not be yourself because that's what people are attached to. But you also can't be out here wilding and just doing any and everything because it's going to reflect the business. Like, no matter what, when they look your name up, that business going to pop up too.
And that's another thing. Facebook posts are so important. People be like, oh, why I'm not getting no business? I'm like, oh, what's on your Facebook page? Because you out here posting, oh, I got Loud and Mobile all day.
Y'all finna bust it open for 40.
And y'all out here going to parties and shooting guns and all this stuff. Don't nobody want to come work with you if you got an unsafe environment. Because at the end of the day, people want to feel safe. They want to feel welcome. They don't want to be nowhere where they feel like they are at risk. So what you out here doing, and it's cool to go have fun, just don't post it. Like, just have fun, live in the moment. Like, we be having fun sometimes, but it's like, you know, you can't put that kind of stuff out on Facebook. Like, if you go on my Facebook page, you ain't gonna see nothing negative because I either just delete it after I post it, just have fun for the moment, or because it don't need to be on there. I use social media as a platform to uplift people, help people out, give them kind of guidance or whatever it may be. Sometimes, you know, crack a little joke or two, but at the end of the day, it's all professional. And if somebody was to come to your page trying to work with you and you out here posted with 15 niggas with some guns, like, ain't nobody, I'm pretty sure they're not going to book with you.
Calling the police. They not. But, yeah, so I'm going to a story about like my lack of motivation. This was like 2 years ago. I think I took like a complete month break of photography. I didn't do any shoots. I didn't post anything on Instagram. I wasn't talking to nobody, and I just felt like I couldn't create anything that had substance, anything that I really felt like it meant something to me as a person. Like, it wasn't anything that really engaged my brain, anything creative. Like, I just was in this space where it's like, I want to go shoot, but I can't shoot. Like, what if I shoot and it don't turn out how I wanted to shoot? I have all these concepts, but like, I don't have the money to do this. Or I got to make sure I have X amount of dollars to cover rent, and then I got to pay for school, and, you know, all these different factors that's adding up. And it's just like so much going around. You just like, I can't even sit still and have a clear mind. Like, I never was able to take a second and be like, all right, I can go out with my friends and chill. Like, I couldn't do anything. I just felt like there was nothing there mentally that I could grasp onto and hold and be like, all right, I'm grounded. And, you know, and it took like 2 months before I did I think it was 2 months or however long it was. 2 months, yeah. It was a long time before I did my next photo shoot. And it took a lot of energy to build up to that point, and it was a lot of self-doubt and a lot of cancellations on my end, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna set this up, and then I get to this point where I'm like, I just can't. I just don't have the mental power right now to even attempt to create such a thing. So I just would put it to the side, and I just kept doing it for so long. And then it got to a point where I was like, you know, like as much as I skip over doing something, it doesn't matter until I actually create something, because I won't know if it's going to be bad until it's done. So I got to actually just sit down and do it. And I planned out a shoot with a random person on Instagram. Never met this girl a day in my life. It was a shoot on the beach. And I was like, all right, now, like, I don't know if anything gonna go down, if it's gonna be any good. But I got all the hope in the world right now. And I feel like this is gonna be my launch point. Like, from this shoot on, there is no time to pause. There is no time to second guess. Like, I have to, every move I make has to be intentional, and it has to serve me creatively or, you know, benefit me financially. And from that day on, I consistently shot all the time. And that was my motivation being given back. Every shoot from that day was like something different, something new. It was super refreshing just to have a camera in my hands again, and, you know, working with different people and shooting people and actually getting authentic smiles. Like, you know, all of that feels entirely different when it's in the moment and it's genuine. So those things right there is like kind of like in the mixing pot for creativity and keeping yourself afloat when you're feeling down or you're feeling like you don't have the drive to create such a project. You just gotta do it, create something, because if you don't create anything, you're not gonna get nothing from it.
So I'm gonna touch on what you just said. I actually have a question, because somebody asked me about this the other day. How do you deal with cancellations?
Whew. You shoot them. No, just
No, like realistically, because, you know, people be like, I got people that's trying to start businesses, and, you know, they got a couple clients, but, you know, they one out of every 2-3 people, they flake on them and they just not show up. How do you deal with that?
All right.
Do you keep working with the person? How do you deal with that?
I'm not as spiteful as like some people would seem. You know, if I probably get at least, if I post one of my shoots and it do like well and it's a lot of attention around it, I might get 25 inquiries that day. And that's just people inboxing me like, yo, I want to shoot, like, let's shoot. And then they might even book it, they might not book, you know. Things kind of like, it's kind of up in the air after that point. And then you might get 5 people that book, and then come around to the day of the shoots, they might cancel. And, you know, like, people give you some real whack excuses sometimes, and, you know, sometimes it's like real things. But you got to remember, like, everybody's not perfect and everybody doesn't have that capability. So, like, even if it was a moment of flaking, I don't know what was going on with them. Like, you know, most people would be like, well, it doesn't matter what was going on with them because this is my business, this is this. But I'm still, like, there to help the client. Like, if they want to shoot later on down the road, okay, yeah, like, hit me up, we could talk, we could see where it's going to go. But, like, I'm not going to hold that against you. Like, I'm not going to put a bag over your head and cuff you up and like, no. I can see if you cancel more than once. But if if it was a one-time cancellation and we talked about it and it was cool, I'll be lenient. But like, if you cancel more than one time, like this is a consistent thing, no, then you need to just be blocked. Like you don't need to be a part of anything.
See, I got like a different view on that, because when I first started off, I had like plenty of people canceling on me, and people would give me like the dumbest excuses. Like, I don't know how many times somebody's grandma died, and the same person told me the same thing. But it's like, okay, I understand you canceled, that's fine. But I go on Snapchat and I see you at a party,
you out here partying,
and you out here lying. Okay, that's the problem. And it wasn't just one person. Like, everybody that was lying about their little reason for canceling, it's like they got the saddest story in the world. Okay,
got into a car accident,
right? And I go on your Facebook
and you out
story,
here whipping, like,
you on Facebook Live flexing. I'm like, okay,
what?
you really, and now you on my bad side. And then it's like, but then you get some people that's actually genuine. Like, they were like, oh, you know, my baby couldn't get a babysitter, or, you know, I had to go to the hospital because of this, and that. That's cool. And in that case scenario, if it's a legit excuse and you can verify that. And that just go off of how you tell me.
The doctors know.
If you straight lying, because I can tell when somebody lying to me, and it's just, my whole thing is, you first of all, you lied to me, and now you want me to you know, just accept the fact that you lied to me. So it's like, now we got a problem. But if it's like a genuine excuse, I feel like it'd be cool to a certain extent, because one-time cancellation, I'm not really gonna be too mad about that, because in the beginning, you know, it was kind of bad because I didn't really have no clients, and it was like, okay, but, you know, it was cool. I understand people had shit going on. But it's like, once you get to like 2, 3, Yeah, before if you get that far, it's like, now you assess the situation here and figure out what's going on. Because am I gonna keep cheating myself, wasting my time? Because somebody else realistically could have filled that slot. And it's like you gotta appreciate yourself as a business person. So what I did was people can't book with me without paying online in full. That's it. That's all. Don't nobody, ever since I did that, nobody ever canceled on me. If they need to reschedule, they can do so within 24 hours of the booking. And, that's fine. If you do it within 24 hours, it's going to be an upcharge fee. And, but everything is circumstantial. Like, if somebody, like, hit me, like, hey, can't make it, car, da-da-da-da-da, and it's a legit excuse, cool. We going to accredit that to your next session. But, not all of these fake-ass excuses. I can tell when you lying. But, yeah, that's. I think that's how I will handle this. Well, that is how I handle the situation. I have banned a lot of people. And
talk about banning people and the process of banning people. Why you ban people?
It take a lot for me to even get mad. It take a lot for me to not like you as a person. Cause I'm a nice person. I don't bother nobody. I just be chilling. And I've had a few characters. I'm gonna call them characters for right now, cause that's not really what I want to say. But I've had a few characters. They just that person that just you see them, you just want to slap the shit out of them.
Yeah.
It's like they do something, and it has to be something super extreme for me to ban you. I'm not even gonna talk about the situation. Just know there is a possibility you can be banned. And once you banned, I don't want to see you no more. If I hear about you, we probably gonna fight. That's it. That's all.
Facts.
And it's not a good thing. It's not a good feeling for me to have to ban somebody. But at the same time, if you want to keep playing with me or either whatever happened, whatever transpired for me to get to that point, it's very serious at that point, and I don't want to see you.
Facts. I feel that. I think we should put in one more topic, and then we should wrap it up. Not sure where to go.
Let's start on getting started, since it's
starting a business.
Yeah.
All right. So we already knew what we were going to be doing, what the business was going to be about, how we're going to go about it. Once you get past that point,
you can't really have a roadmap.
Yeah. Business plan. Please make a business plan. Please plan these things out.
Make everything go way faster.
Curate a document that reflects your company's mission,
short term and long term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you wanna be able to have goals and things to hit. If you don't have
a structure, you don't have anything to kind of keep you on track to say, okay, now I'm doing this right. Or even if you don't move at the pace of your structures, at least you have a checkpoint to get to.
Mm-hmm.
If you have nothing to reach for, you're gonna get stagnant and you're just not gonna make no progress.
Mm-hmm. Facts. And it's gonna be some time before you pay yourself, so you need to keep that in mind.
It's gonna be a lot of time.
You need to keep that in mind and just accept that. You need to consistently reinvest and pay for ad space and stuff like that, because you can run a business, but if nobody knows about it, how are you supposed to grow?
That's my thing. People don't want to put that kind of effort into it. They think it's a shame to, run ads on Facebook or Instagram or, comment on people posts and reach out to people or go out and hand out flyers. That's how else are you going to get clients? You don't have nothing to show for.
Right. If nobody know that you exist, you can't grow.
And another thing, image. Your image of your business is very important.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important.
You must reflect your company's mission,
your
website.
Statement. You need some good product photos if you do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, depending on what you're doing, you gotta cater to it. You gotta make sure it's a full running machine, it's all set in stone.
You don't gotta be the biggest company in the world to have a nice website.
Facts.
Because it's very easy to make stuff for real cheap these days. $20, $30. You got you a legit website with a domain. And that's another thing, getting your domain, getting your LLC. You got to get all of this kind of stuff so you can be legal.
LLC and trademarking. Wow, trademarking is important if you have a very unique name and you don't want anyone to take that name from you. So, go ahead and do that.
So you can have something to be proud about.
Also, you can sell it later on. Just putting that out there. You can also sell your domains as well. After a certain amount of time, they gain their own worth as people go to them and look at the space. So, that's another business venture if you want to. If you're in the marketplace where it's just you and you're working by yourself and the company's named after yourself, you need to find a way where if you're going to have workers, they don't feel like they're like mindless slaves.
That's another thing.
So,
because that's why I changed the studio from Tater Down Productions. Because it's like if I was to get people to work under me, that'd be kind of selfish for one, and then it'd be kind of weird for them to go out and telling people I work for Tater Down Productions. Like, no, that's not really. It don't work, and you got to get an actual business name. I don't really encourage people to work under their name.
mm-hmm.
But if that's what you want to do, and it's only you, go ahead.
This is you, and it's your person. This is your personal brand that reflects you and your image.
You should always want to expand, so I wouldn't even condone that.
Facts.
But that's a personal thing.
Facts. Yeah. All right. What do we hit? Investments, LLC. Getting started. I'm trying to think what else for getting started that you will need. The right mindset. Yeah, right. You just need the right mindset and the grind. Like, you just.
My whole thing is you're not gonna get no sleep. If you really working like you should be working, you ain't gonna get no sleep. You ain't gonna have no fun. People not gonna see you. You gonna be working.
It sounds bad. Now I know it sounds bad,
and
but
it should sound bad because
you gotta
is your business you talking about.
You gotta dedicate yourself.
If you're not gonna do it for real, what you doing it for?
Facts. And you don't have to quit your day job. You don't have to.
Use your job. That's my big thing.
You don't
Stop
have
quitting
to.
your jobs to be. And my whole thing is you should want to take your craft seriously. But my whole thing is people be like, oh, I'm going to stop. I'm going to quit my job to be a full-time rapper. Okay, pause right there. Studio time is expensive. Videos are expensive. Marketing is expensive. Graphics are expensive. Beats are expensive. How are you going to pay for any of this stuff if you don't have a job?
Or some type of hustle.
Have some type of hustle. But that's the thing, though. Some people hustles are not the right hustles. But I'm saying you got to have a job to fund you until what you're doing, your craft, funds,
fund itself. Yeah, facts. Yeah. So you don't have to quit your job. I mean, some people do it. And hey, I quit my job.
Thing.
So
if you feel like you capable of doing so and you finna put in those hours to get to where you need to be in a timely manner, by all means, go for it.
Do it. I support that.
But caveat to that, have some money to fall back on because it's going to be rough for the first couple months.
It's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be a struggle. But if you believe in yourself and you push that dedication, you'll be all right. You just gotta know and understand that you're gonna be all right either way it go. Just gotta believe it and you gotta do it.
It might seem like it ain't getting nowhere, but if you just keep pushing and keep pushing. But my whole thing is y'all can't get, discouraged because it's like it might seem like you're not getting nowhere for a little minute. And that's some real shit right there.
Preach to the choir. It's gonna feel like you ain't doing jack, but like you doing a lot.
People tell me this every day, like, oh, I've been, constantly posting pictures and all this other stuff. Maybe you need to look at something you're doing wrong. How is your presentation? Who are you marketing to? What is your target audience? Are you doing these things? Do you have these promo videos? Do you have this website to book on? All this other stuff. A lot of stuff to factor in. But yeah, so
all right.
That's
and that's a wrap for episode 1.
Pixel Talk signing out.